This program is a paid presentation for the Lotus Sanitizing System and is brought to you by Tersano.
Have you ever wondered what all those chemical cleaning solutions you use around the house are doing to you and your family? Are you concerned about pesticides, E. coli, and other bacteria being on the food you eat? Well, you're not alone. Thousands of people get sick each year for these very reasons, but you don't have to. Introducing the Lotus Sanitizing System. Using nature's own sanitizing technique, the Lotus system super oxygenates plain tap water, creating a sanitizer that's far more powerful than bleach, but without any of the harmful side effects. You can use it to clean any surface in your house, and by using the all-purpose sanitizing bowl, you can even use it to sanitize your fruits and vegetables.
Inside our system, we have what I like to call, in layman's terms, a little lightning generator. So we have a little device in there that takes the oxygen from the air, we put it through its own little lightning storm, create our super oxygen, and then infuse that into the water to make this powerful sanitizer and cleaner.
The Lotus Sanitizing System creates ozonated supercharged water that is 3,000 times faster acting and 50% more powerful than bleach. It physically destroys harmful bacteria and is far more powerful than vinegar or baking soda.
You have ozone that reverts back to oxygen and water, but will disinfect the surfaces very effectively, and in many cases more effectively than your chemical sanitizer.
I'm a house cleaner, and I clean 5 days a week one week and 6 days a week the next. And I'm a clean freak. I started with the hot tub, and all of a sudden you can see the dirt breaking up, and just give it a swipe with the cloth and it was gone. It was so easy. There's no chemical, there's no foam, there's no powder. You have to continuously keep rinsing, rinsing, rinsing. The wet mop is amazing because if you're using a chemical product, it's always leaving streaks or you have to go over it a few times, but it's amazing. You put the cloth on there and use the Lotus water and it does floors amazing. They sparkle. It takes getting used to that there is no smell, but you know, it smells like after it rained. I kind of had to warn people. I said, listen, I'm using this new product. It may not have the lemon smell after I leave, but you will see that the house is clean. At first, yeah, I was skeptical, but once I started using it, it was amazing. And I feel better myself knowing that I'm not using chemicals all the time.
The Lotus Sanitizing System is a chemical-free natural sanitizer that reverts back to plain tap water in 15 minutes, and it works with cold water.
If you have a young child in a high chair and you're cleaning the food surface in front of that child, what would you rather do? Would you like to spray that food surface with a known chemical, wipe that surface off and then let them eat off of it, or would you rather use something that will kill the bacteria at least or more effectively and leave no odor and no chemical residual on that surface? To me, there's not a choice. It's very obvious.
We have one dog, 2 little boys. They're 3 and 1. We can't stop them from being boys and playing, and they're gonna still eat dirt and pick up worms and things like that, but we just make sure, we're washing their hands and, cleaning off their toys and things like that as best as we can. You can see where he puts his hands, where, because there's basically food handprints where he's touched. And with the sanitizer, I just spray off the tray and just throw his food right on the tray, and I don't have to worry there might be something on there, and that I can just spray the tray and know that he's not going to get any harmful chemicals. I use it all the time on the counters, and I'm finding it's not leaving the residue on the counters from things. With this, it's like a clean smell. It just smells fresh. It just smells, like after a rain outside.
The Lotus Sanitizing System is completely scent-free and leaves no chemical residue, and it works on all surfaces, including wood, glass, and even stainless steel.
The smell of clean is no odor. It's not a chemical odor, and we always say that, but that surprises people because they want to smell the cleaner and then they associate it. You should associate that with a chemical residual because you're breathing it in and you're making contact with it.
My asthma is environmental, so any chemicals, dust, ragweed, hay fever. All that triggers my asthma, which then puts me into an asthmatic attack. The chemicals in the house are just eating my insides up. Last spring, I was at the point of I was breathing at 48%. I had to make a lifestyle change or I'd be dead in 10 years. By using Lotus, I'm not having to wake up in the morning and be short of breath because I'm not sneezing, the dust isn't in the house, the smell of the chemicals isn't in the house. With my house, I have a lot of glass, I have wood, and I was constantly switching products. Whereas this one, I've got one product. I'm moving around the area once. I'm not going back and doing all my wood, then going back again and doing all my glass products. It actually takes more dust off by using the supercharged water in the Lotus cloth than by using chemicals. Over and above all of this, I don't spend any money on chemicals. It's amazing, I never thought using plain water I'd be able to clean my home.
You're using a dishcloth to wipe contaminated surface, and then you put it in the sink most likely, put some warm water on it, wring it out, and then let it set. Well, the bacteria are still there and they're still growing, and then you pull it out and use it again maybe another hour later or maybe the next day. You've just now contaminated everything that you've touched. It's a common way to wipe things down, but you've done nothing but just spread the bacteria around on the surface. You still want to decontaminate or sanitize that surface.
The Lotus Sanitizing System neutralizes pesticides, bacteria, and viruses on food. It decontaminates meat, poultry, fruits, and vegetables. It kills E. coli and salmonella on contact. It also makes all your produce taste better and extends their shelf life.
The first time I tried using the bowl for fruit, I put in a batch of strawberries. It's going up 89, 90%, and all of a sudden it stops and gives me an F1 error. So I looked in the manual and it came out and said that there was so many chemicals on it, it couldn't even clean it the first time. So then I redid it again, and the second time it cleaned them. So it was actually a little scary and a little intimidating, thinking that I would have just ate that, and that really took 2 tries to clean those strawberries. And not only do they come out without chemicals on them, they seem to last longer. When I clean strawberries, the last batch lasted me almost 10 days in the fridge, which they never would have lasted like that before. So if they're eating away at them, they're eating away at us.
These experts that have been warning us about the fact that we might have bacteria on our fruits and vegetables were right, it did happen. And I think now we're living in a day where it's not a matter of, will it happen again? I think it's just a matter of, when is it going to happen again? They can't control it. They have no way to force these producers to clean properly. The best thing is for each person in their own homes to make sure they wash. And if they had a way to sanitize, that they could use a product like ours to sanitize their fruits and vegetables. There's a payback to our product. Once you buy it, it's paid for. You're putting just tap water in there. So you're replacing all your cleaners. And on the produce side, you're making them last longer, so you're throwing less out.
Worried about what chemical cleansers are doing to you and your family? Concerned about pesticides, E. coli, and everything else that can live in your fruits and vegetables? Now you can stop worrying, because the remarkable Lotus Sanitizing System eliminates over 99% of all germs on everything you clean. Vegetables, kitchen counters, everything 99% germ-free. The Lotus Sanitizing System has full EPA approval and has been named one of Time Magazine's best inventions of 2006. Call the number on your screen to get this amazing water cleaning system for just 3 easy payments of $56.95. As part of this exclusive TV offering, you'll also get an additional 6 specially designed cleaning cloths and the Lotus toothbrush attachment absolutely free, a $217 value for 3 easy payments of $56.95. You just pay the shipping and handling. And remember, your order comes with a satisfaction guarantee. If you don't love it and you're not completely satisfied, send it back and we'll refund your money. Call the number on your screen to get this amazing water cleaning system. And remember, this offer is only available when you call the number on your screen right now. Don't miss out. Call now and start living germ-free with the amazing Lotus Sanitizing System.
The preceding program has been a paid presentation for the Lotus Sanitizing System and has been brought to you by Tersano.